Hey, this is Dan with CultureReview.com, and I'm making this video today to talk about the terrible news that Chris Cornell died yesterday. And I can't believe that this happened. I can't believe that it was a suicide, that he actually did that. Um, I I've played guitar for a long time, and of anybody that I look up to as far as a musician, he would be the number one. If I was thinking about it today and the amount of music that I've listened to over the last 20, 25 years, the vast, not the vast majority, but I would think that Soundgarden and Audioslave would be the majority compared to everything else. I listened to what Cornell did that much. I didn't pick up listening to them until about maybe 2001, 2002. I wasn't into the grunge scene before that, and it was just something that I wasn't on my radar. But when I did, hear it, I knew enough by then to know what I was listening to, and Bad Motorfinger and Super Unknown. It was just amazing, and it was about the same time that that Audioslave came out, which if you can't hear Soundgarden, at least you've got the best of both worlds with Rage Against the Machine, and then Cornell as the front man. The first Audioslave album, like I said, I listened to that a lot. There was just so many, the whole album is amazing. I think there was maybe a couple songs that I wasn't in love with, but the rest of it, it's one of those albums you can just listen to all the way through, and those are the albums that I enjoy. And I did get to see Audioslave in 2004 when they released their second album. I forget the name of it, but I saw Audioslave at the Aragon in Chicago, and that was the tour that they started playing all the old Soundgarden and Rage Against the Machine songs. So, for me in 2004, having missed Soundgarden because I was a little too young at that point, and never expecting them to get back together, to see Cornell doing the Soundgarden songs was amazing back then. And thinking back on it now, getting to see him live and just be in the same room with him was, I still remember it, and it was one of the better concerts that I've been to. But Soundgarden particularly is just musically. I've played guitar for a while. I'm not very good, but I can appreciate bands that are. And the stuff that Soundgarden did, with not just Cornell, obviously his vocals are amazing, but Soundgarden, the time signatures they used, I had never heard anything like that before, and it was about the time that musically that I was getting bored with just 4/4, and when you start getting into 5/4 and 6/4 and 7/4 and some of their other crazy stuff. I think a couple of them were like 12/8 and stuff like that. It just opened up a whole new world to me musically, and being able to figure out music. I feel really bad for his family. Anybody who has to deal with a suicide, I can't even fathom what that must be like, and I definitely can't fathom anyone who actually is in that kind of a place to go through with taking your own life. I don't think it's a good idea, and you know, to actually go through with it is incredible. But anyway, it's really sad to see him gone now, because you know, Soundgarden's been back for a while and been putting out a lot of good music, and he just put out a new single, and one of the things I just saw that I didn't know was that he was doing a lot for the kids that needed help. You know, he always seemed like a good guy. You know, going back to the Seattle grunge scene. You know, I don't think most of these guys ever wanted to really be in the spotlight. It was just about the music, or mostly about the music. So you think back to Kurt Cobain and stuff like that starts going through your head, and it's just, I've looked up to him for a long time, and I didn't really expect this to be, he's only 52. I didn't expect this to be how he would end up leaving us. But anyway, what he did musically made a big difference in my life, and it still will. I think it's going to be hard to listen to songs like Pretty Noose and like Suicide for a little while. I know he went to some interesting and dark places with his lyrics, but to have to kind of have that and that subject matter in your mind now, listening to him after just him taking his own life is going to be hard. But I'm going to miss him, and just his contribution to the music industry, and and myself too. So to end this, I'm stop rambling, and I'm just going to play a portion of one of the Soundgarden's favorite songs that I like playing. So I'll miss you, Chris.